things are made from one, and in the end, all things return to one.
In other words, one is all.
Indeed, and all is one as well.
All is ultimately of the one. So if all is not included in the one, then all is nothing.
You have passed.
If you want to have your human experience, cool. That comes with responsibilities. Matter of fact, as I'm watching the twin star Exorcists, and it has a resemblance. It reminds me of the Magicians. If y'all familiar with the show Magicians, I used to speak on it a while back. And the creator of the little magical world, really the creator of the magical world was brothers, you know what I'm saying? But one of the brothers wanted the magical world to be more chaotic, more fun, more, unpredictable. And the other brother wanted it to be like, oh no, straight, everything is controlled, no chaos, no this, no that, you know what I'm saying? And in this, in the Twin Star Exorcist, basically that same energy where he's like trying to create a world, like literally, because that's always a thing, like trying to create a perfect world. Like, oh, how could we create this perfect world? Either Doctor Strange trying to go to different dimensions to find a perfect outcome to prevent the world from ending, or, or even right now, the storyline of helping Big Mama or helping the Earth or helping Mama Matrix, you know what I'm saying, from, you could say like self-destructing in so many ways, you know what I'm saying? And again, with that storyline comes the energy of like, and I always realize this in me, I'm a straightforward realist when it comes to this, like, where I really do try to like peep out all perspectives, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would a being want to be parasitic? Why would a being want to be angelic? Why would a being want to be demonic? Why would a being want to be so pure? Why would a being want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, not just just taking on what somebody tells me just cause. But again, with that being said, and I'm seeing this little connection, is like this world basically kind of like connected to the Magicians again, where he tried to create this perfect world, but now he's trying to create a world where there's no quote unquote like negative energy, you know what I'm saying, where everything is positive in essence, you know what I'm saying? But in a world where everything is positive, or everything is to that degree, then there's no uniqueness in that type of world, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is like all the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, everything is all, you know what I'm saying, almost like robotic and almost like nightmarish in essence, you know what I'm saying? And again, to each his own on what you feel a nightmare may be. Some people feel this earth plane in its uniqueness is a nightmare, while some feel that if we all was walking around acting exactly alike on a extreme hive mind vibe, that would be more of a paradise, you know what I'm saying? Like, to each, again, you see how those different perspectives kick in. But again, in this show, it's just kind of getting to a point where, again, that little crescendo, like, oh, why do you want to, restart Earth? Or why do you want to, you know what I'm saying, like, try to make everybody, robotic and this and that? And again, it's like he's giving this little explanation. But again, what I realized, so long story short, what I'm really getting to, what I realized within seeing this again, this story shows up so many times, but now it's kind of like also another added perspective to it is also seeing, like, with our human experience, it's like, all right, you could have this human experience, especially if you're going to fight for it. Cool. but then you also gonna have to have responsibility of taking care of what comes with the action of you wanting to have this human experience. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to deal with the fact that people gonna go crazy from the paradox of trying to maintain a harmonizing dual nature plane of existence. So you're gonna have to take care of all the crazy people that your world create. You're gonna have to fight off your own demons, because since it ain't all positive, you know what I'm saying, now you're gonna have to make sure you deal with your own negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, there's no good or bad, right or wrong to all these different scenarios, as much as it's preference in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And when we talk about these different cycles and different, ages, again, the Kali Yuga, the Book of Enoch, with all these different, that so many years the angels get a chance to leave this world or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like all those different storylines, the Bhagavad Gita's of, all that. But, and again, like the stories of, this battle of, good and evil, the battle of lower nature and higher nature, you know what I'm saying? The battle of yin and yang, quite literally, you know what I'm saying? But again, I went on that rant a little bit, but just showing, like, again, like the responsibility that comes with, the human experience. You know what I'm saying? Again, because then you got to harmonize. So, all right, you got to harmonize from the crown to the root. You got to tend to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and whenever things get out of hand, you got to be the one to check it. So your ass gonna have to reincarnate and come back, you know what I'm saying? Like, to take care of whatever it is that you know what I'm saying? Since you, again, because that makes sense, since you fought, like, and let's just say, like, you fought against the will of your parents or the will of, quote unquote, God, or God, like the God is God, source energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fought against source energy on this one. You like, man, I'm fighting for humanity. I feel like, having a human experience is this, that, and the third. And again, this is not to demonize or big up, it's not to make one look bad and the other one look good. It's just really, sharing this perspective and, getting the raw, truthful, as raw and truthful as this could be expressed, you know what I'm saying? Getting that raw, truthful perspective of awareness in this area, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my best to not like try to get you to see it one way or the other, just to kind of paint that picture of what we're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? In essence, instead of me trying to persuade you, while I'm giving you the knowledge, because of course, like, yeah, there is the fact that, yeah, all right, there is a certain energy that most of us do align with all those situations. So we indirectly gonna promote the one we line up with. But in essence, again, that's a part of, again, like the responsibility of being on any levels, you know what I'm saying? Because even with being being a creator of a world, you have a certain responsibility. You know what I'm saying? You create children, you have a certain responsibility. Create a business, or you do that, you got a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? You're in a certain little neighborhood, or whether you in the ecosystem of nature or you in the ecosystem of a city, you got a certain responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, so regardless, you know what I'm saying, some way, form, or fashion, like, because you may see living in nature, I'm free, I don't have no responsibilities. But at the end of the day, with what you're going to have to do to maintain that lifestyle, in essence, that's, your responsibilities. And whatever you do is going to, in essence, be, unless you're doing it harmfully, of course, but, whatever you do is going to be helpful to the ecosystem of nature. So you're carrying out your responsibility, as a part of that ecosystem or that connection, so the responsibility gonna be there regardless. It's just like, how do you want to be responsible? You know what I'm saying? Because again, you could, we talked about the extreme having things perfect, and everything is robotic, or the extreme chaos where like, everything is fun. You get to do whatever you want, but it's very unpredictable. You don't know what could happen. You could transition in a second. It's almost like as if, it's just real, just very chaotic, what I'm saying, to an extreme, what I'm saying? And that could be, something that, again, be valuable to some beings or for a certain amount of, time, quote unquote. But then that would even, what I'm saying, is like, all right, looking for that balance or that equilibrium, and in order to have that, again, because that's what also Earth represents is, being able to experience all different forms, water, air, again, like all the different elements, all the different types of beings, all in one space, you know what I'm saying? So, again, same thing with this bodysuit. You experience all kind of different experiences in this bodysuit because this bodysuit is a resemblance of the earth, you know what I'm saying? Or the earth experience outside of you. That's the same thing going on in the bodysuit that we're in, you know what I'm saying? That we're projected, you know what I'm saying, in. But, again, it's just like really sitting there with those, deeper perspectives and understanding, where you stand as far as a being in this now moment, you know what I'm saying? And what you align with, Are you extreme? Matter of fact, and I said that's the thing too, is like, are you for extremes? You know what I'm saying? Or are you for the balance of those extremes? You know what I'm saying?
Such as rage, hatred, and envy, and began to see them as the root of the disasters threatening the world. Our world contains two forces. One is yin, the force that destroys and spreads outward, and the other is yang, which creates and concentrates. These two forces traditionally worked in balance throughout the cycle of creation. But the malevolent feelings of people began manifesting as Kagare, beings of yin energy. Back then, they were called evil mountain and river spirits, and they began to warp areas of the city. Abe no Seimei realized that the yin energy people generated had grown to the point that it was throwing the world out of balance. And so, he ventured beneath the location that would ultimately become the headquarters of the Exorcist Union, and he used his sorcery to create another world. In its heavens, he planted a single seedling. That seedling was the Ame no Mihashira. The Ame no Mihashira breathed in the malevolent emotions of humanity, and from its outstretched branches, it created a barrier. Abe no Seimei took the yin energy generated by these malevolent feelings and sealed them in that other world, hoping that the real world, inhabited by people, would then be able to maintain its balance between yin and yang. But the amount of yin energy people created only increased over time. The other world became one that was marked by ruin and destruction. It became twisted into Magano. Not only that, but the yin energy from people in the human world continued to manifest inside Magano, giving birth to Gagare with incredible power.
So pause. Basically, you know, the negative energies, you know what I'm saying, the unhandled, you know what I'm saying, negative energies and negative entities, you know, from the human experience, you know, again, it's vice versa, you know what I'm saying? You could say the spiritual move first, but again, those energies leak into the spirit realm, you know what I'm saying, as well, and turn into, again, like these little entities. And in so many words, again, in this anime, they call the spirit realm or the underworld Magano, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Because it was like, that's how Magano got created, was from all the yin energy from, you know, humans on Earth. Again, all the quote unquote negative energies, you know what I'm saying? Because again, it's not necessarily good or bad, right or wrong. Just like you said, yin and yang, balancing the energies. Hence why doing, you know, like Tai Chi or, you know, Tao, you know, the way basically, but, you know, doing the Tai Chi and the Qigong work, you know what I'm saying? But balancing those energies and the inner organ work, you know, you see how that connects.
It was to counter this power that Abe no Seimei created the Exorcist Union. He also created 12 Shikigami and granted them to 12 particularly strong exorcists. Those exorcists became known as the 12 Guardians.
12 zodiac signs. You see their little shape on the demon's chest,
So,
kind of look like
the Exorcist Union has been battling against
the
Kagare
breastplate
for
of Aaron
generations,
with the 12
using the
zodiac
spell power of the
crystals.
12 Guardians. But in spite of that, there was always the chance that Magano would continue to grow.